A man was stranded in the desert for 3 days and 3 nights. Just as he was about to fall into despair, suddenly he realized there was a house at the bottom of the cliff. He climbed down the stairs to get some water, but he didn't know that once he stepped on this land, he had opened the gates of hell. Inside the house, there was a woman preparing dinner. The man told her he was lost in the desert. He wanted to use her phone to call for help, but the woman didn't answer him. She invited the man to join her for dinner. As the man brought the food to his mouth, he stopped because he felt something strange about the food. In the end, he only drank some water to satisfy his hunger. It was getting late and the man decided to sleep here for the night and leave at dawn. But the next morning, when he came to the edge of the cliff, he was surprised to find the ladder he had used to get here was missing. Looking around, he saw no sign of the ladder. He rushed to the woman to ask where the ladder had gone. The woman replied that she didn't know. Hearing this, the man had a bold idea. He looked in the direction of the ladder. He decided to try to climb it with his bare hands, but there was no place to climb the smooth cliff face. Within a few steps, the man stops and shouted into the distance, hoping someone would hear him, but only his own voice echoed in the valley. After all this, the man felt physically and mentally exhausted, so he stayed and waited for the ladder to be returned. He didn't notice the woman's triumphant expression. 7 days had passed in a flash. The man, who hadn't seen the ladder return, was anxious. He found a hammer in his toolbox. He packed his things and prepared to try again. Each stroke of the hammer was a point of impact. He climbed halfway up the mountain, step by step, but just as he was about to succeed, suddenly, someone threw something down from above. The frightened man fell straight down. He lay in bed for 3 months before he was able to stand up, but the wound on his leg made it very difficult for him to walk, not to mention climbing up a 100-meter cliff. Just when he was in despair, 2 children suddenly appeared on the cliff.